Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-tackling a super important topic that can save you a lot of headaches and money: state tax due dates. Now, we all know the big federal deadline, but did you know that most states have their own deadlines too? Missing these can lead to penalties and interest, and nobody wants that. So, let's break it down, state by state, to make sure you're all set for this tax season. First things first, the majority of states conveniently align their income tax filing deadline with the federal deadline, which is typically April 15th. If that day falls on a weekend or holiday, the deadline shifts to the next business day. So, for 2026, the big day is Wednesday, April 15th. This applies to a long list of states. Get ready, here they are: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Phew, that's a lot. For all these states, you'll be filing forms like the California Form 540, the New York IT 201, or the Illinois IL 1040. Just look for your state's individual income tax return form. Now, let's talk about the exceptions, because there are always a few. First, let's look at the states with no state income tax at all. If you live in Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, or Wyoming, you can breathe a little easier. You don't have to file a state income tax return. However, be aware that some of these states, like New Hampshire and Tennessee, do tax interest and dividend income. But for most people, there's no state income tax to worry about. Washington has a capital gains tax for high earners, so that's something to keep in mind if it applies to you. Next up, we have a few states that just like to do things a little differently. Let's start with Delaware. Your Delaware individual income tax return, Form P-TRACE, is actually due on April 30th, so residents of the first state get a little extra time. Hawaii also gives its residents a bit more breathing room. The Hawaiian Un-11 form is due on April 20th. It's not a huge extension, but hey, every extra day counts, right? Then there's Iowa. Residents of the Hawkeye State, your IA 1040 form is also due on April 30th. This gives you a nice 2-week buffer after the federal deadline to get your state affairs in order. And let's not forget about Louisiana. The Louisiana resident tax return, the IT 540, is due on May 15th. That's a full month after the federal deadline. So, if you're in Louisiana, you have plenty of time to get everything sorted out. Another special case is Maine. While the standard deadline for filing your Form 104 OME is April 15th, Maine observes Patriots' Day. So, the deadline is typically pushed to the following business day, which, for 2026, is Friday, April 17th. The same goes for Massachusetts. Because of Patriots' Day, the Massachusetts Form 1 is also due on April 17th. It's a small detail, but an important one for residents of those two states. Finally, we have Virginia. Virginia has one of the latest deadlines in the country. Your Form 760 is due on May 1st, so Virginians get a couple of extra weeks to finalize their state taxes after the federal rush is over. So, to recap, most states follow the April 15th federal deadline. 9 states have no income tax, and a handful of others, like Delaware, Hawaii, Iowa, Louisiana, Maine, Massachusetts, and Virginia, have their own unique deadlines later in April or May. Always double-check your specific state's tax agency website for the most current information, as dates can sometimes change. Filing an extension for your federal return usually extends your state filing deadline too, except for with Virginia. But remember, an extension to file is not an extension to pay. If you think you'll owe taxes, you still need to estimate and pay that amount by the original deadline to avoid penalties. And remember, Virginia gives an automatic 6-month extension to file, which ends November 1st. I know this was a lot of information, but hopefully it clears things up and helps you stay on track. Getting your taxes done on time is a great feeling. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips to make your financial life easier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.